Very good morning, friends. At the outset, let me welcome each and every one of you for this fast track webinar series exclusively for IBBI Valuation exam for securities and financial assets. This is 17th batch, and I must acknowledge and also appreciate the consistent support extended for this program from 2020 onwards. Today and till 12th onwards, for 5 days, I'll be taking you through the important aspects of the syllabus covering securities and financial assets. Now, before I venture into this topic, I just want to acknowledge the presence of the friends from so many places, from Agra, Ahmedabad, and we also have friends from Bengaluru and Bhopal, Bhubaneswar, Calicut, and Chengalpattu, Chennai, Chittoor, Cochin, Coimbatore, Delhi, Ernakulam, Erode, Faridabad, Hosur, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Jabalpur, Kakinada, Karimnagar, and Kolkata, Mumbai, Mysore, Nagpur, and Pune, Siliguri, Sivakasi, Tirunelveli, Thrissur, Tirupur, Vijayawada, Visayanagaram. So many friends across the country are here. I have also enabled a group, a WhatsApp group, and all of you will be forming part of that particular WhatsApp group also to share the content and thoughts. And today you will be part of that particular WhatsApp group. And I will also be hosting my material in the blog. My blog is 3spro.blogspot.com. So here I'll be uploading my material. You can go and download the material from here. Good. Now I wish to share with you some facts before I start the topic. This is the total number of registered valuers as of 31st December 2022. This 5,206. And maybe I'll also show you the current date of valuers. You can directly go to IBBI site, and there you can find out how many valuers are there as of today. These are the total number of registered valuers, 5,302. So this is 100 have increased over a period of 4 months. So we are in the month of March. So very slowly the numbers are increasing. So it's 100 for the 4 months, means it's on an average it's 25 numbers only are increasing. And it is if you look at these numbers, look at the 21-22. Okay, so the 21-22 672 people have actually done, and this is up to March 2022. Okay, so from April 22 till December 22, it's we can take maximum 700 or 800 only. So again, 500 or 600 only. So that 9 months time, and again in this 3 months time only 100 have increased. So 600 plus maybe 500 plus under 600, again the same number. So for 1 year, we are only having an average of 600. That means on an average, it's only 50% per month, the number of people who clear the examination. And almost 50% of them are land and building valuers. And the other 50% portion only, we have the plant and machinery and securities and financial assets. But of course, securities and financial assets part, we are coming up with the 2,000 plus as of today. And this is the those who attempt and those who clear, successful attempt. Look at SFA, 19,227 attempts. So those who have become members of this 2,000, they have given 19,227 attempts. So roughly each one is giving 1:2. Okay. So 9 attempts actually. 9:1 attempt. Okay. And successful attempts is 2,281. Okay. So this is from 1819 onwards, we get this number. Okay. Now, out of 2,281, only 2,075 have actually registered. There are many who have cleared the exam, they have not registered. Maybe it will be some few hundreds only, not more than that. So this statistics gives a revelation that there are 12% is the pass. So maybe 11 to 12, that is the pass percentage. But if you are sincere and prepare the subject well, you will be one among those 11%. And this is the format and frequency of valuation examination. There is a fee of 5,900. It is 5,000 plus the GST part is also there. And it is a 2-hour examination, and you also have a 25% negative marks. So you have to be very, very careful with this content. So now this is your valuation syllabus in a nutshell. Okay. So you have 10 topics, and all the blue color are valuation related topic. So the red color are non-valuation related, maybe non-core. We can call it a core and maybe elective like that. Okay. So if you look at this, it is 26 marks is non-core. So of course connected with your core valuation only. Of course, like financial statement analysis, understanding the economy, because whenever you do the future cash flows analysis, you need to understand the economy. So that is why a 1 mark question will be there. So all these are 1 mark questions. So that means there will be 74 1-mark question, and you are 26 marks. Okay. So of course, this is also 26 in weightage. You have this 26, also 74 is to 26 is in terms of core and non-core, and in terms of 1 mark is to 2 marks. So 74 1 mark will be there up to from serial number 1 to serial number 9. It will be 1 mark question. So that is also 74, and case studies will be 26 marks. So there will be 3 case studies. So 6 into 12, 4 into 2, and 3 into 2. So this is how the structure will be. The real push for your syllabus will be this case study. And nowadays the case studies are quite vast. Maybe I have given the entire syllabus in a nutshell, but the syllabus is quite vast. So within this available time, I'll try to take you to as much areas as possible. Okay. So what I will do today, I will take you to this serial number 3, professional and business ethics and standards, which has a weightage of 3. Also, in your overview of valuation, also there will be certain content. And in general laws also, out of the 17 marks, you have a separate chapter from Companies Act. Of course, the general laws will contain Companies Act, will contain the other laws also related to valuation. So, for example, Transfer of Property Act, TOPA, we call it as TOPA, Transfer of Property Act. So that is also forming part of it. So anything related to valuation will be forming part. Income Tax Act, that will form part of general laws. So your 17 marks is quite vast. Okay. So from that, I have taken so this is your 3A and 3B. So your serial number 3 has these 2 items, and the serial number 4 has 4A, the Companies Act. Under that, chapter number 17, okay, you have registered valuers and the company's registered valuers and valuation rules. Now, let me go into this subject one by one. So this is your the company's registered valuers and valuation rules 2017. And I want to make one observation here. This rules came in 2017. Now, when you are downloading this rule from the net, you need to understand that this rule has gone through 4 amendments within 1 year. Within 1 year, it has gone through 4 amendments. And the latest amendment is Fourth Amendment with effect from 13/11/2018. Okay, so that amendment is what is applicable for your examination. Now, apart from that, I want to make one more observation. So this is your syllabus. I'll just share with you the syllabus in detail. Okay, so this is your syllabus in detail. This is a limited exam. This is your syllabus. Now, this syllabus, please look at this. The 31st March 2023. Okay. Now, I want to make one observation, very, very important observation. So, this has, I'm sorry, not this. This is limited insolvency. I should take you to the valuation. This is valuation with effect. So securities of financial. So this is your syllabus. Yeah. 31st March 2022. Okay. So this is your syllabus that is framed as of 31st March 2022. And applicable exam, normally when they give a syllabus, 3 months time they will give. So that means April, May, June. So from 1st July, the syllabus will be applicable. So now this is your in detail syllabus. In detail syllabus, it goes, and here you have 31st March 2022. Wherever any law, act, or of parliament or any rule or regulation is referred in the syllabus, the same shall be taken up as on 31st March 2022. This is very important. So that means any changes after 31st March 2022 till till your date of examination, not applicable for your exam. Okay. So that is why there are even changes. For example, I'll just share with you. This is your IBBI site. And here, the legal framework in the rules. Okay. So here, please look at this. There are one amendment that has come, which this amendment has come as on 21st November 2022. So whether this amendment is applicable for your examination, not applicable, because your syllabus says, sorry, I'll just remove this. So your syllabus says 31st March 2022. And this amendment came on 21st November 2022. So therefore, ignore this. So what is relevant for you is this particular the company's registered valuers and valuation rule 2017, which is the last amendment happened on 13th of November 2018. So that is the date that is relevant, and download that properly from the site. So this is your site, and here this is your the company's registered valuation rule, which is amended up to 13th November 2018. That is the fourth amendment rules. Okay, that is the fourth amendment. Of course, this is your fifth amendment that happened to the valuation rules. Now coming to the subject per se, I will directly take you to a few of the interesting questions. So I will be taking you like a Q&A format so that you will appreciate how the exam questions will be. Okay. So let me make this question very clear to you. Is the valuation examination mandated under any law? Actually, yes. So far, valuation was not forming part of any, of course, it was fragmented. I will not say it was not mandated under any law. Under FEMA, it was mandated. Under Income Tax Act, it was mandated. Banks used to mandate for valuation. So it was under various laws, it was mandated. But regulating the valuation profession, it has started only from 2018, and that too examination started from 1st of April 2018. Then I belong to that first batch of so you have this syllabus in the paragraph. There were people who cleared the examination in 2018-19. Okay, that's 284 people who cleared the examination in the first year. So I belong to that particular category. So now let me first start with the first question on registered valuers. I'll say this 247 of the Companies Act. I repeat, Section 247 of the Companies Act is a standalone section. Okay, meaning a single chapter, single section. The chapter number 17 has only one section, 247, valuation by registered valuers. So this is, there are 4 subsections in this. I'll come to this, but let me take one question, okay, from all this aspect. Now, please look at one notification, which is 23rd November 2017. 23rd October, sorry, not November. 23rd October 2017. Now, I'll just ask a question here. This is 23rd question. Okay, good. Now, who's the authority responsible for registration of registered valuers and supervision of registered valuers? Now, actually, looking at it, all seems to be an authority. Central government, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Now, there is a rule called Rule 2B. Now, please look at this. This is your Rule 2B in this particular rule, which says authority means authority specified by central government under 458. Now, is there any such authority specified? Yes. So, as per the powers under 458, central government hereby delegate the power. So, the powers of central government has been delegated. So, it is an extended power. Now, to whom the powers has been vested, the functions vested in it under 247 of the said act, to the IBBI. So, as of today, IBBI is like, they have got the power. Whether the power will be chin lenge, will the power will be taken out, anytime they can take. Maybe there is a possibility that this notification can be rescinded and the power can be given to a separate statutory body, which is planned by government to be formed. We call it as a valuation body. Okay, so an Indian Institute of Valuers, something like that. So that is, as of today, IBBI. Actually, you may look at it, Insolvency, Bankruptcy Board, India. There is no value, there is no valuation term at all here. So as of today, they are the authority. So it is 23B. Okay, good. So now let me take to this 24th question. Now I want your attention to this section 247.1, 247.2. In 247.1, it says, whenever there is a valuation is required to be made in respect of, actually this is under Companies Act. So the mandate has been given under the Companies Act. Mandate is given under the Insolvency Bankruptcy Code. Mandate SEBI regulations. So SEBI regulations, various regulations, Companies Act, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. So these are the 3 areas where there is a connect for the mandate prescribed by the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. So I'll mention that part also. So wherever the valuation is required to be made, property, stock, shares, debentures, securities, goodwill, any other assets, or even net worth of a company, there should be valued by a person having qualification, experience, and registered as a value. So please look at this. QER, qualification also should be there. Experience also should be there. And he must be registered. Registered where? Registered with the authority. Okay. Now, please look at, these are all the mandate part. This is subsection 2. 3 must, 4th condition should not. So, you know, this 4th condition is like a social distancing section. So he should be independent. A valuer, how it will be independent? This word direct or indirect interest, don't ask me what is the meaning of that. They should not, a valuer should not undertake valuation where he is having direct interest. Maybe I am a director in a company, I should not do value. I am an auditor of a statutory auditor of a company. I am actually a supplier to that particular company. So there is an interest. Okay. So or become so interested at any time during a period of 3 years prior to his appointment. So the social distancing is 3 years before appointment or 3 years after the valuation was conducted by him. Okay. So now this word or is there. So that means this or that. So that means even from the appointment 3 years before, from the appointment 3 years after. So 6 years, there should not be any connect with that particular company. To that extent, they want independence. Now, please look at this question. Registered valuer shall not undertake valuation of any assets in which he is a direct or indirect interest at any time during a period of how many years? It is 3 years prior to his appointment or valuation, even post also. So 24 is B. I'll now come to a very important rule. So please look at this rule, and this is the company's registered valuers and valuation rules. I make one point very clear, guys. Rules are very, very important. Please read these rules as many times, and look at the rule number 19 here. This is the rule which speaks about valuation standards. Please look at this. Valuation standards, who will notify? Now, I'll just take you to one more question. Who will notify the valuation standards? I think there is a separate question on that. Maybe I'll take you later that. Now, let me take this question. Under Rule 19, this is Rule 19. Central government will constitute a committee. What is a committee? Committee to advise on valuation matters. So there was a committee actually, and I was also being invited to this particular committee to give my comments. So to make recommendations on formulation and laying down of valuation standards for compliance by companies, and registered values. This valuation standard is not a standard applicable only for registered valuers. It is also applicable for companies. Now, this committee comprises of whom? So I have taken this. This is rule number 19. There will be one chairperson, one member from MCA, IBBI, Legislative Department. That means 3 members of MCA, IBBI, Legislative Department, and 4 members who are representing authorities allowing valuation by registered values. 4 from authorities. Normally, these authorities allowing valuation by registered valuers. Now, who are those authorities? Reserve Bank of India. Okay. We have CBDT, because Reserve Bank of India through FEMA, CBDT through the Income Tax Act. So they are all the authorities. So up to 4 members nominated representing authorities. Okay. So we also have the PMLA. So we have the Enforcement Directorate. So there also valuation is required. Black Money Act. So these are all the authorities from where the representation will be there. And up to 4 members were representatives of RVOs. Now I want to make one observation here. Now, see how many RVOs are there. So this is your, so look at this. These are service providers. So RVOs. So these are the registered valuer organizations. So you look at this. There are 15 RVOs. We had 16. One got merged with another. So 16 now became 15. So there are 15 RVOs. Okay. Now that merger happened last year only. That means as of 31st March 2022, we had 16. But as of today, it is only 15. So that also you need to be very careful. Okay. So now, so please look at this. So 4 RVOs, 2 from industry. Okay. And the presidents of Institute of Chartered Accountants, Company Secretary, and Cost Accountants. So total is 17. Now come to this question. So there is total is 17, 14 plus 3, the ex officio members of the 3 institutes. Out of which, how many members are represented? RVO? 4. RVO means 4. Yes. And from authorities, there are other 4 are there. So where are we? This is 25C. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So now, let me take you to the next question. So where am I? Yes, I'm here. So let me take you to this very important. Yes. See, this entire code of conduct. This is a valuation rules. Your valuation rules has how many rules? Just now we saw 19th rule. So I'll take you to the total number of rules. So you have only 21 rules. Only 21. And you have 4 annexures. Look at this. So how many annexures are there? You have 4 annexures. And the first annexure is the code of conduct. And you have forms which has to be submitted by registered valuers and registered valuer organization. Now, who are this registered valuer and registered valuer organization? Look at this. This is a 3-tier architecture. 3-tier. On top tier, we have IBBI. So we have the mother-in-law on top. Okay. So on tier 2, we have the RVOs. So for RVs, registered valuers and registered valuer entity. Now, who is a registered valuer entity? Registered valuer entity will be a partnership firm or a company. Any one of this. Okay. So an individual or 2 or 3 individuals that can join an entity. So you have so far how many entities are there here? Look at this. This is your 15 RVOs. I repeat, 15 RVOs. But how many entities are there? Now look at this, the number of entities. So this is your total number of registered valuer entities, service provider, RV, registered valuer. In this, look at this, registered valuers, you have 2, individuals and entities. Both are same. So these are the total number of RV entities. 86. So 86 RV entities. But of course, the number of registered valuers is 5,300 as of today. Maybe 31st March, it was 5,200 only. Good. So now, what are the forms applicable for RVs and RVOs? So we have, as far as the people who are in 3rd tier, we have 2 mother-in-laws. One mother-in-law is IBBI and another mother-in-law is the RVO. Okay. Good. So, but registration will be given by IBBI. RVO also we have to enroll, and through RVO only the application can go to IBBI. So those part also we will discuss one by one. Okay. Now, this model code of conduct, this is your model code. This is applicable for registered valuers. And for your information, a similar model code is also there for insolvency professionals. I repeat, a similar model code is also there for insolvency professionals, very similar to this. And look at the total number of code. It is 30. There are some amendments also that has been made for your information. Please look at this. Few amendments that has been inserted in between. So I'll just share with you those part also. So during the discussion part. Okay. So now this is 3rd, RV and RV entity. Now let me take you to some of the questions related to model code of conduct. Now please look at this question. Now this is a question which is related to item number 6. Look at item number 6. Professional competence and due care. Okay. So you have various paragraphs. This 30 code is divided into, this model code is actually divided into some 6 parts. Okay. I'll just share with you that this is one part, what we call it as professional competence and due care. Integrity and fairness. Under that, you will have some 5. Professional competence and due care. So in this, please look at this. Evaluator shall. There are many code of conduct which will be in shall. Few code of conduct which will be shall not. Please look at this. I shouldn't do. Okay. Not everything will be shall. One will be shall not. So evaluator shall render at all times high standards of service, due diligence, ensure proper care, and exercise independent professional judgment. I'll just bring your attention here. This is how your exam questions will be. Evaluator shall render at all times high standards of service, exercise due diligence, ensure proper care, and exercise independent, correct judgment. Sometimes all 4 will be pakka. Natural judgment, that is what will happen. Professional judgment. So it says independent professional judgment. Actually, valuation means only 2 things. What is valuation? It is estimation and judgment. So your judgment you apply and you estimate because it is future. It is not past. You don't do an audit. You only do an estimation. So thereby you have to apply your judgment. Now, can I use a software? Can I use tools? You can use tools. At the end, you have to apply your judgment. So that is very important. So nowhere it speaks about, no, you can delegate it. You can actually use software, nothing like that. These are all fundamental code. Okay. So 1A. I'll just share with you another interesting question here. Now, please look at this. In preparation of a value, that was a shall. This is shall not. Okay. So Look at this. So I'll just take this is shall not. In preparation of the valuation report, valuation shall not disclaim liability. No, 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 no. I am not. I will not be concerned about this. I will not take responsibility of this number. Can we say no? You cannot disclaim. But there are certain disclaimers you can give. And the IBBI, I want to make one observation. IBBI, 1st September 2020, they gave one particular guideline. Look at this guideline. So this is a guideline which was given on 1st September 2020. Who gave this guideline? IBBI gave this guideline. And this guideline says how to use disclaimer, how to use limitation. As per this only you have to use. So, but I shall not disclaim liability for his or her expertise. I cannot disclaim my liability with respect to my expertise or deny my care duty. What are the care and caution I have to take with respect to my evaluation exercise? Except to the extent that the assumptions are based on statement of facts provided by whom? Because there are certain assumptions and facts given by somebody. On the data only you do evaluation. Can you claim ownership of that? No, you can disclaim that. Except, this word is called except. Okay, by whom? By the company or by the consultants or information available in public domain or all of the above. We have to be very careful. Now look at this. Look at this. So by the company, by its auditors, by its consultants, or information available in public, and not generated by valuer. That is very important. Not generated. So company, consultant, information, and auditors also are included. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people are there. So this question can be even E, A, B, C, D, E also can be there. Okay. So therefore you have to be very careful. It's all of the above. So 3, D. Good. Now I'll just take another interesting question here. Okay. So please look at 14. A valuer shall maintain complete independence in his or it. Actually, the word his or it is very important. Why the word his or it? Okay. Now his means individual. It means RV entity. Okay. The valuer shall maintain complete independence in his or its professional relationship and shall conduct the valuation independent of external influence. Normally, what we will understand is there will be internal influences. Okay, 90% people will select this word only. Okay, so I'm telling you, so please be careful. Okay, good. So now I'll take you to another interesting question. I'll come to this question when time permits. This is very, very important. Okay, look at this 21. Okay, 21. A valuer shall ensure, okay, he or it maintains written contemporaneous records. See, valuation report is not only preparing report. There will be engagement letter, there will be appointment letter, there will be communication. You will ask for data, they'll give data. You will ask for clarification, they'll explain. You will sit with the management, you will ask questions, they'll answer questions. So many things are there, and you have to create records. What is called contemporaneous record, meaning parallelly along with when you are doing the exercise of valuation. Okay, for any decision taken, the reasons for taking the decision, and the information, evidence in support of such decision. So, the valuer shall ensure that he or he maintains contemporaneous document, report, proof, record. See, all seems to be very close. Okay, so it is actually record, contemporaneous record. The record is only your proof. Okay, the record is your document, but report is not. The report is what you prepare. But contemporaneous records, that will be your documents and that will be your proofs. Okay, record is fundamental. So 11 is A. Okay, good. Now I'll just take you to one more, another very important dimension. See, these records we know. Now these records, how many days I have to keep? How many years I will keep? Okay. Now I want to just compare our, okay. So I'll just take you to rule number 7F. Look at 7F. This is 7. 7. So look at 7. Rule 7. Conditions for registration. In that, look at 7F. Maintain records. This is also records. For each assignment undertaken for at least 3 years. This is rule says. Now, code of conduct. Come to code of conduct. This is your code of conduct. The code of conduct also, we have this information management. So in the information management, we have 24. Evaluator with respect to confidentiality during the period shall maintain working papers for a period of 3 years. So 7F is also 3 years. Your 24 also says 3 years. Okay, maintain 3 years. Now, R. 7F says only 3. But here it says R. Maybe if it is in litigation, okay, such a longer period as is required by any pending case till the case is disposed of. So until maybe within 3 years, beyond 3 years something happens, or such a longer period if it is required in its content of specific valuation or production before authority. So what will happen if it is beyond 3 years, litigation starts. That's why litigation should start before 3 years. So this is very sensitive part here. So now answer this question. Valuer, while respecting confidence, shall maintain working for minimum period of 3 years. Yes. So 12B. Now, I'll now come to another interesting question here. Come to this particular part. I want to bring your attention to this isn't all over. Exactly. Look at this. This is your 7F I mentioned. Now I will take you to ICA valuation standards. ICA valuation standards, which is 2018. Look at this. Now in this ICA valuation standards, I will take you to 202. Okay, so there, what is 202? 202 is reporting and documentation. This is the reporting and documentation. So here, I'll take you to 68. There. Where is that? Which page number? Reporting. 68 to 75. Sorry. I'm here. So this is your reporting and documentation. So here, documentation. 30, para number 38 to 40. 39 to 48. Now come to 39 to 40. Documentation. Now here, they say how many years you have to keep the record. Look at para 43. Evaluer shall retain the information obtained as well as his analysis. Retain. Assumption, working, etc. to meet legal, regulatory, etc. This retention period is ordinarily not shorter than 8 years. Oh, may maintain documentation either in physical or electronic format. So physical or electronic. This is not rule says. This is standard says. Okay, not shorter than 8 years. So whenever that word is analysis, assumptions, and workings. Okay. So please be careful. This retention period is not shorter than 8 years. So in one it is 3. The other in standard cannot curtail rule, but standard will encapsulate a rule. So it is 20 is C. So it's a very interesting part. So you have to be very careful. Now I want to bring your attention to international valuation standard. This is ICA. So I will go to international valuation standards. So here, please look at, I'll just share with you that table. So we don't have it here. Properly, I have it here. So this is your international valuation standards. Look at this. So this is your IVS 2022. So in IVS 2022, there is also documentation. So here, I'll take you to that 102. This is 102. This is 102. 102. Para number 30.1. Look at para number 30.1. Valuation record. A record must be kept of the work performed. Now, for how many years? Okay. On the basis of work, etc. For a reasonable period. That's all. Neither 3 nor 8. So that is your international valuation standards. Okay. I don't want to comment more about it. Okay. So please look at this. Very, very important. So sometimes of all these answers, they may even say 3, 5, 8 for a reasonable period. So it depends upon whether it is international valuation standard, reasonable period. ICA valuation standard, 8 years. Rule means 3 years. Okay. So please note down this. That's all very important. Okay. But now I'm coming for a very, very important paragraph. This is a framework. I'll take you to the framework. And this is the framework of international valuation standard. There are certain good things I will take from the framework. This is the IBS framework. In this, there is a para called competence. And in this para, 50.2 is a very, very important paragraph. And this is what 50.2. Now look at this para. If a valuer does not possess all of the necessary technical skills, experience and all, I call it a SEK. I repeat, skills, experience and all. Do they say qualification? No. For example, I'm getting an engagement. Do the valuation of an intangible asset, and that intangible asset is actually some data in a server. Okay, the data in a server. Now, how do I do a valuation of a data in a server? So I need to know more about the business. I need to know more about the technology. So I may take the help of. It is acceptable for the valuer to seek help of assistance of specialist. Please look at this wording. Specialist. Now answer this question. If a valuer does not possess all of the necessary skills, it is acceptable for a valuer to seek assistance from professionals or from other co-valuers. So he need not be a valuer. He can even be a specialist. Okay. He has knowledge. He has skill, experience, and knowledge in that particular field. Okay, and that should be disclosed in the scope and the report. Scope also I should disclose that I'm taking the help of so-and-so expert. I mean, not expert, but specialist. Okay, so this 21C. Very interesting. Okay, but so now I'll take you to the next part. So now, let me take you to Annexure 3. So this is your Annexure 1. Annexure 1 is model code of conduct. Okay. And Annexure 2 is forms. These are all forms. What is it? Forms. Forms to be filed by the to be, for example, Gopal Krishna Raju, I want to become a valuer. So then I will file a form. So I'll just take you to this forms. These are the forms. Maybe I'll just give you in a snapshot so that you can answer this question quickly. Look at this. These are the forms. So look at the C and the D and E. This for RVO. So we have 15 RVOs. Of course, 16 were there. Now it has become 15. So for RVO, it is recognition. For for registered valuer, it is registration. Of course, even for insolvency professional, also it is registered insolvency professional. Because IBBI, he registered insolvency professional, he registered valuer. So the certificate of registration will be given in C. A is for an individual application. B is for a company. That means a registered valuer entity. So now, can you answer this question? Oh, where are we? We are here. So let me take one question. I'll look at this. A company shall make an application for registration in Form B. Okay, Form B. Now, the authority grants certificate of registration in Form C. Okay, so please understand. An individual will make an application in Form A. Okay, RVO will make an application in Form D. Certificate of recognition will come in Form E. That's simple. So there will be one question on form. So top you can answer. Okay. Now let me come to the Very, 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 very important question. This I already discussed, but anyhow, I'll bring it to your table once again. Look at rule number 18. Okay. Who will notify and who may modify the valuation standards on recommendation of the committee? Because committee will recommend the standard and it has to be notified by central government or Ministry of Corporate Affairs or IBBI. Actually, IBBI has a no role here. IBBI is only a regulator. Okay. So RVO is under. So when IBBI has all doesn't role, IBBI below IBBI only RVO is there. So RVO is a tier 2 regulator. Tier 1 regulator is IBBI. So it can be either C or D. So now look at the central government. Actually, central government here refers to only Ministry of Corporate Affairs because IBBI comes under Ministry of Corporate Affairs and this role, all the companies that comes under Ministry of Corporate Affairs only. And the notification, whatever I showed you just now, this notification, this rule. Okay, so in exercise of powers conferred, the central government hereby makes the following rule. And I showed you one particular notification. Look at this. This notification, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay. So please understand this part. Where am I? Who shall notify? Central government only will notify, not MCA. Okay. Because the rule says central government. So 30D. So please be careful. Good. Now, valuation report. Very important. I want to make one observation here. Please look at this. This is your this is IBBI's guideline. See, the IBBI guideline on use of caveat, limitation, and disclaimer says this is your para number. This is your contents of a valuation. They say this your valuation report should have this content. Now, how many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points are there. The 17 points should be there. Now, look at this. This is rule 8.3. This is ICRVO. So I have to include this company's registered value and valuation rules. So I'll show you that. This is company registered value and valuation rules. Here they have given the contents of the valuation report. This is how the valuer in his report said the following. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 12 points are there. But the guideline says 17 points. Okay. Now I'll just show you here. Rule 8.3 says 12 points. The ICRVO 202 document, valuation report and documentation. I just showed you that here. This is that part. Here in para number 11. Look at para number 11. This is the content. This is the content. So here it starts up to M. So you have up to M. Here you have only L. So rules as only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Rule has only 12 points. The standard has 13 points. But please look at this. All these are same. Look at the black color. Look at the other colors. Restriction, major factors, conclusion, caveat, limitations. Restriction, major factor, conclusion, caveat, limitations. Valuation methodology used. This is additional. This is not here. Valuation methodology has not been mentioned here in the rules. But of course, in the IBBI, they are mentioned. What are the valuation methodology? Procedures adopted in carrying out done, valuation standards followed. Okay. So all these are there. So this is 17 points are there. Bases, premises, these are not included. But majority of the points are same. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is same here. Same here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is same. J, K, L, M is also same here. So all are same. But please look at the valuation report content as given by International Valuation Standard. They also say minimum. Here also they say minimum. Here also they say shall include in this report. Shall. This is mandatory. You can also add further. So that is why better to go for a guideline given by the IBBI, which is 17 points. Yes, everything. So it's very, very interesting part. The valuer report shall not contain information of the assets being valued. It is there. Information about the asset. Where is it? Background information of the asset being employed. Disclosure of the value or interest or conflict. Disclosure value as interest or conflict should be there. Do I have a conflict? The direct or indirect interest. You have to comment. Actually, the word is called if any. If it is there, you have to say. If it is not there, will you not say? Even if it is not there, you have to say it is not there. Okay. Similar restriction on use of report, if any. Okay. So no. This can be used only by so and so. This report has a validity period of 3 months. Okay. You can say that. Major factors that are taken under during the valuation. Major factors. No. We have considered only 5 years. We have only considered 8 years. We are assuming. So there are assumptions. There are two types of assumptions. Assumptions and the special assumptions. Assumptions, as of today, what is there, we'll presume it will continue. Special assumption, it is not today. Today I am not married, but 1 year later I'll be married. So in case you are married, what will happen to you? Your valuation, the report will be like that. That is called special assumption because that situation was not present today. Okay. So now professional fees will not form part of your valuation. Okay. So 30A is the D. This is very, very important paragraph what I'm going to discuss now. Please look at this. Now, these were the 16 as of your 31st March 2022 because your syllabus says this is your syllabus, no? 31st March 22. So as of 31st March 2022, you had 16. Which actually got merged. This is All India Institute of AIIVF. This only got merged with IOVRVF. So this item number 13 got merged with item number 2. Okay. So good. So now the IBBI has granted recognition to how many registered. This is a very, very sensitive question. You have to be very careful. Okay. Actually, if you look at the list today, it is 15. But on 31st March 2022, it was 16. So you have to be very careful. So will you tick 15 or will you tick 16? Actually 16 because your syllabus says as of your syllabus what it says. Any law, any rule, regulation referred to in the syllabus. It is only as on 31st March. So therefore, your answer is 16. So 32D. Okay. So it is 32D. It is not 15. But actually, as of today, 15 is there. Okay. So please have this. These are all over. Now, I will take you to this particular question. Okay. Now, let me take you to some of the very important questions. What is the eligible qualification for registration as a valuer? Okay. Except eligible qualification. So now what I will do, I will take you to Annexure 4. This is Annexure 1 visa. This is Annexure 1. Annexure 1 is your code of conduct. Okay. The 30 point. What is Annexure 2? The forms. There are 5 forms. Form A, B, C, D, E. That also visa. Annexure 3 I will take you. There is one question I will take you to Annexure 3. So this is your Annexure 3. Okay, sorry. Form U. This is Annexure 3. Annexure 3 is model bylaws for RVO. Okay. From this, there can be one question. I'll come to that question. And what is Annexure 4? Very, very important annexure. This is the annexure number 4. Yes. Eligible qualification experience. If you look at plant and machinery, graduate with 5 years experience. Postgraduate means 3 years. Land and building means graduate with 5 years. Postgraduate with 3 years. So you can ignore plant and machinery, land and building. So only SFA is our criteria. Member of Institute of Chartered Accountants, member of Institute of Company Secretary, member of Institute of Cost Accountants, or MBA, or postgraduate diploma in business management, specialization in finance. Very, very important. Okay. 3 years experience sufficient. Or postgraduate in finance. Okay. PGP. Actually, IIM and all, they give PGP. Okay. So that is the 3 years. Now answer this question. Member of ICA, ICSA, ICOI. Member is sufficient. Okay. Eligible qualification only. There is no experience. So only this column alone. Eligible qualification. The experience is not a question here. Qualified final examination of ICI, no, they are not eligible. Master Business Specialization in Finance, eligible. PGDBM, Specialization in Finance. PGDBM, Specialization in Finance, eligible. Postgraduate in Finance, eligible. But final examination pass, not eligible. So 40B. So you have to be careful. What is the eligible experience for SFA in specified discipline for registration as a valid? What do you mean by specified discipline? Okay. So look at this column here. Experience in specified discipline. Okay. For example, the member with 3 years experience. Now, I want to make one observation. The specified discipline means what? Here, the specified discipline is valuation. So, in valuation, we should have this 3 years experience. So, now, MBA, postgraduate, diploma in business management, postgraduate in finance. For them, this 3-year experience in specified discipline is mandatory. But as far as the Institute of Chartered Accountant member, Institute of Company Secretary member, Institute of Cost and Accountants member, they have mentioned experienced in specified discipline, but post qualification. So the eligibility qualification means the qualification obtained from a recognized Indian university equivalent, whether in India or abroad. This can also be an exam question. So even abroad equivalent also is considered equivalent here. Okay. So the specified discipline is 3 years, but please make note here, whether a CA being a member is only member. They don't say, no, you should be in practice. Okay, it doesn't say. You should be a practicing chartered accountant. You should be practicing administrator. You should be practicing cost accountant. No. Okay. So post membership 3 years experience is considered that they have the experience in specified discipline. But as far as these 3 people are concerned, especially my MBA, PGDBM, and postgraduate in finance, they have to come out with an experience certificate in specified discipline. Then only they will be eligible. Okay. So this is 41A. Good. So now, eligible experience, land and building, I'll ignore. I'll ignore that. Which of the following is not a condition for registration? Okay. So I'll now take you to that rule number 7, because rule number 7 is the eligible condition. This is rule number 7. Look at rule number 7, which is eligibility. 4, 5, 6, 7. Conditions for registration. Now, at all time possess the eligibility and qualification. At all time comply with the provisions of the Act. In his capacity registered value, not conduct valuation of asset other than which is registered. When registered as a SFA valuer, I am not supposed to do the valuation of other assets. Okay. So now answer this question. Valuer shall take adequate step for redressal of grievances. Now, where is it? Take adequate step for redressal of grievances. The valuer shall maintain records for each assignment for at least 5 years. No, it is only 3 years. Look at this F. 3 years only. So, which of the following is not a condition? So, 45B is not a condition. Okay, none of the above is not correct. Valuer in his capacity not conduct valuation of other assets. So, that is also there. So, if I am giving the registration for one class, that asset only we should do the valuation. Now, let me take you to another interesting question here. Okay. So maybe certain arithmetic I want to do, but we don't have time for that. So I'll take one more last question. If IBBI is satisfied, so what I will do, you have applied for an application. So I'll take you to para number 6. So if the authority means IBBI, that actually you make an application in Form A, and then you have to wait for actually 45 days. Okay. Now here, it may grant certificate of registration for the relevant class in Form C within how many days of receipt of application? So within 60 days of receipt of application, excluding the time given. Okay. So they will take some time, but please look at this. The authority shall examine and may grant 21 days to remove the deficiencies. So you have to understand these dates, very, very important. Sometimes date will be an exam question. Okay. So whenever there is a deficiency, they'll give time. That means 21 days time. Now this 21 days will be excluded from this 60 days. Okay. Total 60 days. Okay. From the application date till the approval is given. But whatever time that has been granted, that will be excluded. So 31C. Okay, good. So friends, I'm sure we have come across a gamut of area covering the entire rules and also the respective section 247. Now, let me invite any questions from our or reflections from our participants, and then we will request Sampath Kumarji to give us closing remarks. Who wish to actually raise your hand? You can actually raise your hand. I will unmute you. Yes, we have Prasanna Venkatesh. Prasanna Venkatesh, good morning. You can unmute and share your thoughts. Anybody else who wish to share your thoughts also can raise your hand. I'll unmute you. Yes, we have Kishore Kumar. Kishore Kumar, yes, you can speak now. Prasanna Venkatesh, you can speak now. Anybody else who wish to share your thoughts?
Hi, sir. Morning, sir.
Very good
Sir,
morning.
sir, you mean to say fresher CA is not eligible to perform valuation, sir? You told 3 years experience.
Membership. No. Plus, introduce yourself. Introduce for
Sir. Yes, sir. My name is Prasanna. I'm a CA. So, while talking about the point related to 3 years eligibility, right, for the classification. So, I just want to say, since I am a fresher CA, which like have less than 1 year experience, I'm practicing CA. I'm eligible to write this examination
when did you become member?
Last year, August.
So you have to wait for 2 years.
It is not right time to the exam. Like it's
actually
not...
writing examination as well as getting membership. There are two steps there.
Okay, sir.
You have to write the examination. You have to complete. There is a mandatory training is there. So you have to complete the mandatory training of 50 hours. So that 50-hour mandatory training can be only done with RVO. So at that time, eligibility will be checked. So they will not permit you to do the training. So you have to complete that process. Then only. So again, while application for when you are making the application to IBBI also, again they will scrutinize whether all these documents are there. So therefore, first time they will check the eligibility at the time of completing 50 hours. Second time at the time of making application to IBBI, that too again through the RVO only.
Okay, sir.
After 15 RVOs, you can approach.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So let us now ask Partha Sarathi. Mr. Partha Sarathi, you can also speak. Jitendra Jain, you can also speak. Yela Vijay and Amol Patil. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Kindly introduce yourself.
Hi, sir. This is Jitendra Jain from Chennai.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you, sir, for taking time and helping us out and all this. Really gratitude for that. One question, sir, just like on the preparation side, how do we go about? Because as you said, it is a vast kind of a thing. So if it will require a lot of time of study. So what will be our preparation methodology? Like how do we go about it, and when shall we appear, kind of thing?
You have to complete your 50-hour training program.
Yeah, that is done, sir.
The eligibility, then you can appear for examination. As far as preparation is concerned, please understand that your preparation should be exhaustive and concept oriented. No. I have a MCQ question bank. I will solve 1,000 questions. I will solve 5,000 questions. So I will go and appear exam. No. It is not the number of MCQs that matters. Have you understood the concept behind why, what, when? That is where you have to prepare yourself. So not by referring and ticking the book, but taking a notebook and then taking your own notes only can help you. Okay. Good.
We will get the this one, sir. Presentation, today's presentation.
Yeah. You have to go to my blog. It will be there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So thank you very much.
Hi. Good morning, sir. This is Ila Vijay from Chennai. Thank you for your time, and I really appreciate guiding us through most of the important topics today. I really was amazed by the subject matter expertise that you have and the way you presented this presentation. It was excellent. And I'm just going to post a very interesting question which may help some others as well.
Can you introduce yourself first, please?
Yes, I am a practicing attorney from Chennai High Court. I'm a lawyer, basically. So I've been practicing for the past 7 years, and I have a law firm as well. And one of my friends, who is actually a client, who referred and suggested me to take for your session today to understand more about IBBI. And after having seen through your prerequisites of even becoming a registered valuer, I felt that I am not eligible. So, is there anything else that I could do to contribute more in this regard, or how well I can make myself qualified for this? Any suggestions and advice, sir?
Actually, if you go through that particular annexure number 4, you can find out whether you fit in the last 3 category, whether postgraduate in finance or PGDBM. If you have those 3 criteria,
Mhm.
you can actually appear. So, not necessary that maybe if you are in even master in law, okay, ML, it is only finance is the specialization there. That is a very important criteria. So
Understood.
therefore, in the valuation field, experience should be there 3 years, and finance should be part of your post graduation. So my best
Thank you.
wish to Ella Vijay. Next,
Yes, thank you.
we will listen to Mr. P.T. Giridharan, Dr. P.T. Giridharan, and we'll also have Mr. Partha Sardi also, a very senior member. Mr. Manjunath, morning. Dr. Giridharan, you can also unmute and share your thoughts. Yes, Mr. Partha Sardi.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Very good morning, Mr. Partha Sardi.
I am very, very happy and glad to be associated with you.
Yes, Mama.
The earlier course also I attended, IFRS, that is our India AS. Now I am coming for this course also. Only my request is whether any age restriction is there for this particular.
No age restrictions, sir. You can appear. My best wishes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dr. Giridharan, நீங்க பேசலாம். Good morning. Good morning. Mr. Shesha Narayana.
So, A.V. Manjunath here.
Please go ahead.
My name is A.V. Manjunath. I am from Bangalore. I'm presently practicing value for land and building and the plant and machinery under the wealth tax registered value. So I'm a graduate in finance, MBA in finance. So there's qualification specified for the 3 years experience. I would like to know, actually in the valuation field, the 3 years are in the any other relevant exclusively for the valuation, or it can be anything related to finance.
Gunaji, you have to get the specified discipline experience. Means if you want to become an SFA valuer in the securities or financial asset valuation, you should have got 3 years experience.
Thank you.
Dr. Giridharan, நீங்க பேசலாம். Okay, maybe they are not able to connect. So over to Mr. Sampaji.
Good morning, Dr. Raju and my dear friends. This is the 17th batch, I think, with respect to this fast track evaluation course to enable us to prepare and crack this particular exam, limited valuation exam. Raju has been taking this class very passionately. Today also is not an exception. Some of the members discussed about the eligibility, non-eligibility. Acquiring knowledge is always good, and today is also minute dissection of the relevant rules or regulation. It's a bird's eye view today with respect to what is going to be unfolded the remaining 3-4 days of the entire session. Thank you very much, Dr. Raju. My humble request today is, somebody asked, where can I get the material? Go to the Dr. Raju's blogspot, 3sproblogspot.com, and add your reflections to today's class, constructive suggestions if any, and then download the materials. Raju always says you can download it, but experience suggests that people take the material, but they don't have the time to spend a minute, even part of a 20 seconds, 30 seconds to put one word or something. Kindly put that. That's the only reciprocation what we can do for the passionate knowledge sharing with Dr. Raj. Thank you, Dr. Raj, and my dear friends.